Which is better? Is it funding or bootstrap? And what are the differences between funded and bootstrap? So welcome to Marketing Food Online. It's Damian Roberti, founder and CEO. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about the topic that's of course near and dear to every small business owner's heart and probably yours too, financing. Specifically, we're going to be discussing the pros and cons of bootstrapping versus seeking investment for your small business. So if you're an entrepreneur looking to take your existing business to the next level, or just interested in the world of business finance, stick around. This video, we're going to cover those topics right now. All right, so welcome back to Marketing Food Online. As I mentioned in the introduction, let's face it, starting and running a small business isn't easy, and it takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and of course, money. Now, as many food entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs know, one of the biggest challenges is deciding to finance your business. Should you bootstrap and fund the business yourself, or should you seek some outside investment? Now, it is a truly tough decision, and there's actually pros and cons with both approaches. So in this video, we're going to break it down and help you make an informed decision. All right, so let's start with the idea of bootstrapping. This is the approach where you fund your business entirely on your own without any outside investment. Now, there are definitely some advantages to this approach. First and foremost, you have complete control over your business. You don't have to answer to any investors or even worry about their opinions or preferences. You also get to keep all of the profits for yourself, which is obviously a big plus. However, there are some downsides and negative things to bootstrapping. For one thing, it can be very difficult to get your business off the ground without any outside funding at all. You may not have the resources that you need to actually get your product or service in front of customers, or even to hire talent that you need to grow the business if you're looking to launch right out of the gates. Additionally, bootstrapping can be very stressful and time-consuming. You're likely going to have to work long hours and make a lot of sacrifices in order to keep your business afloat for the first 1 to even 3 years of business. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my own experience when I launched my business over 13 years ago. My wife and I were let go from our job in 2008, and we decided to go ahead and take the launch and become entrepreneurs. Now, it was the best decision that I made at the time, but some of the decisions I made at the time, financially speaking, were not the best decisions. Number one, we cashed in all of our 401k. We also maxed out all of our credit cards. We kind of just did everything that we would need to do to get this thing up and running with no guidance from anyone. It was just myself and my wife, and decision-making predominantly on my end for the investment and where the funds would be going. All I knew is that I needed to and had to make it work. It was not a question of would it succeed or not succeed. It was going to succeed. And I had to make it work no matter what it took, how many longer hours. And fast forward 13 years later, our businesses, all of them, multiple businesses online, are doing very well. But there was a lot of lessons that we learned from the investment aspect of it when we first launched. And that's why we're doing this video, to give you some pointers and of course experience from my own businesses that I've started. Now let's talk about seeking investment. Now this is the approach where you actually bring outside investors to fund your business and your business ideas. Now there are definitely some advantages to this approach as well. For one thing, you'll have access to probably more financial resources, which can help you grow your business even quicker. Now, you all also have access to the expertise and guidance of your investors, which also can be invaluable. Even though they're not a monetarily thing, they can get a lot of advice from them. However, there are some downsides to seeking investment. For one thing, you'll have to give up some control of your business. Your investors will likely want to say in how things are run and may have different opinions and different directions for your business, which is not where you want to be at all. Additionally, you'll have some share of your profits with your investors, which can be a big downside if your business is highly profitable. All right, so which approach is actually right for you? Well, there's not one size fits all with this answer, unfortunately. It depends on your individual situation and of course the goals of your business. However, here are a few things you may want to consider when you start to make this decision on your own. What are your long-term goals for your business? Do you want to grow quickly and potentially sell the business down the line? Or are you more interested in building a sustainable long-term business that you want to maybe pass down to your family members and keep in the family? How much control are you willing to give up? That is a very big question. Are you comfortable sharing decision-making powers with investors, or do you want to have complete control over your business? What resources do you need to get your business off the ground is another great question you need to ask. Do you have the financial resources and the expertise you need, or would you outside funding and guidance be helpful in the process to get launched? Ultimately, both bootstrapping and of course seeking investment can be viable options for any financing of a small business. It's really up to you to weigh the pros and the cons and decide what approach is going to be appropriate for your type of business. There you have it. The pros and cons of course, bootstrapping versus seeking investment for your small business. It is a tough decision, but by considering your long-term goals, your willingness to give up control, and your need for resources, you can make an informed decision that will set your business up for true success. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give a like and subscribe to our channel for even more content like this. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you, our subscribers. I'll see you on the next video.